This is TWiT.
Nick Saponaro, gosh, I hope I said that correct. He is the Divi Project's co-founder and VP of technology. He is now their lead full-stack developer. Nick, thank you very much for coming on to This Week in Enterprise Tech. And did I say your last name correctly?
You sure did. Actually, it's better than most, so thank you.
Fantastic. Okay, now, of course, we're going to have to start at the very basic, because anytime we start talking about cryptocurrency, anytime we start talking about blockchain, there's going to be a lot of preconceived notions that get brought into the conversation. Let's start with, what is the Divi Project? You're the project co-founder. What was it that you were trying to do?
So what we're trying to do with the Divi Project, it's me and 4 other co-founders that started this project. What we did was we took a look at cryptocurrency from our experience with both trading and researching it, and we tried to find the most prevalent issue, which in our opinion is ease of use. I think a lot of people are scared or apprehensive, I should probably say, about getting involved with cryptocurrency because it's a relatively daunting task, and that is the problem that we're trying to solve.
Right. We should at first mention that there is a difference between cryptocurrency and the blockchain. A lot of people conflate the two. Blockchain is just a technology that allows for a distributed ledger, which is a very interesting project in and of itself. And cryptocurrency, of course, everyone's first going to think to Bitcoin, but there are, I think literally now, there are hundreds of different types of cryptocurrency, some of which use blockchain technology, some of which don't. Where does the Divi Project fall in this big stew of blockchain cryptocurrency?
Yeah, no, that's great that you made that distinction. I make that distinction with people all the time, and you're right. Actually, there are thousands of cryptocurrencies now, and we are a cryptocurrency that uses blockchain technology to secure and verify the transactions and, of course, keep the open and accessible ledger.
Let's dive into this, because I have a actually relatively dated understanding of the blockchain. It's from, what, 6 or 7 years ago when I dabbled with Bitcoin and then of Dogecoin, all the fun things. It was just something to do with my computer. And I studied the underlying technology a little bit. And when we're talking about a distributed ledger, most of the time we're talking about the Bitcoin way of doing a distributed ledger, which is you reward clients or nodes for doing a work. You do a proof of work for each node. The winning one, the one that turns it in first, becomes the block that gets added to the chain. That chain gets distributed to all the nodes. Now, what's the limit of that? I mean, is that how the blockchain works all across the board, or does it differ from cryptocurrency to cryptocurrency, application to application?
Well, there are a lot of new protocols being developed. Ours is differentiated from Bitcoin's proof of work protocol. We're a proof of stake protocol. The concept is generally the same, where you have a network of, as you say, nodes, basically trying to solve a puzzle before the other nodes do. And as a reward for solving that puzzle, your block is added to the blockchain, and all of the transactions that were made in the time it takes to solve that equation go through your node. And of course, you're rewarded for that in our case, Divi. But there are a multitude of new protocols that are coming out. And of course, each one offers a different benefit and, of course, its own set of challenges as well.
Okay, interesting, because you mentioned that yours is more of a proof of stake rather than a proof of work. I'm very familiar with the proof of work concept, which is basically solving an equation, coming up with a hash that matches the solution, and therefore you win, you're rewarded. What's proof of stake?
So proof of stake is, like I said, it's very similar in terms of, your node is attempting to solve this cryptographic equation. The difference is that it requires far less computer resources. So where to be a successful Bitcoin miner at this point, you pretty much have to set up a huge operation because you're competing with miners that have warehouses full of this mining equipment. Proof of work is also heavily intensive on energy. So it's bad for the environment, and it's bad for your electric bill too. Proof of stake allows you to essentially stake your tokens or hold them in a program that does the same thing. It secures and verifies transactions on the network, but it requires far less energy and far less computer resources. So you don't need to make this huge investment in mining equipment, you can actually run it on a virtual private server like DigitalOcean or AWS.